Hi, it's Liz from Leo Rising. I've just got to pick a card reading for you today. It's a general, it covers a few subjects. It's not a long one, I don't think. We'll see when we start doing it. And here goes. Let's say pick a card. One is the Amethyst. Okay. And then we've got two, Citron. It's not clear, it's still a bit blurry, that, isn't it? Try that. No. Perhaps you can see it better down there. And three is Red Jasper. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to decide. I think that's focused it a bit better. Okay. I'll try to put some timestamps down below. And I'm going to start now with group one. Okay. Oops. Okay, group one. We have the Star, Strength, the Lovers. I would say that you've been through a pretty difficult time and you're still basically hanging on to hope. You're a pretty optimistic person. You're hanging on to as much hope as possible in the situation, given what's happening. Maybe you've lost your job, something like that, or lost some finances. I can see some sort of loss here, even though it's a star card. Whatever comes up, because I read intuitively. And obviously I read the card meanings as well, but it's just intuitive as well. This is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please remember that it might next time instead. It's not always going to be for everybody. With Strength here, it shows that although you've had this sort of loss with the job or finances recently, it could even be some other sort of loss, but I think it's looking more towards that for me. Basically, you're still strong. You're still carrying on being hopeful and strong in the middle of it. And it's very positive that even though the circumstances might not have been, it does mean that you've been positive and that will come out of it better for you. And this in the near future is the Lovers card, which is either a new relationship or a business partnership, something on those lines. It's a good positive card. It's a new hope for things in that of those lines. So it looks like an improvement in that. That would be worth hanging on for all that. I'm just going to give you a few more cards. This is Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. It can sometimes mean trying to hang on to money, or if you've lost it, if you've, like, say you'd lost a job or something like that, or you lost some sort of finances. In the having this sort of card means that you're holding on too tightly to what you do have, which means there's less room for anything else to come in. And I know that's very difficult at the time when you've got bills and things coming up and you haven't got the money to pay them. I have been there. So, you know, the thing is, that's really saying that really what you need to do is just let go a little bit loose and just treat it a little bit treat it a bit less importance to it. Give it a little bit less importance. Treat it more like, that's what I'm trying to say. Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Yeah, you've probably been through a pretty stressful period, and this is a time of quiet rest, if you can. This might not be possible depending on your circumstances. It's not always that way, is it? It doesn't always work out quite like that. We've got romance. Oh gosh, sorry. For romance, we have Cupid's arrow strikes. Yeah, this is actually tying in with this card. It's looking like there might be a new partnership coming up for you, or renewal of an older romance, existing romance. So a better time for you coming up. And this might give us some idea when, or get more information. We're not revealing anything today with this. Get more information, so you need to learn a little bit more about that first. You might not. What I can do actually, because it does look like it could do with a bit of timing on that one. I'll see what I can do. Get another card for you for that. Oh, just bear with me. Oh, that's about 3. So excuse my shuffling because it's so bad. I'm like the world's worst shuffler. Right. Okay, we'll try this and see what this says. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, it's still a bit cryptic, but I think you'll know, you'll sort of feel when there's something coming up, and you're going to feel when you start to feel really good about things again in yourself. I think that's a good time to say. I'm getting like between 1 and 3 months. Although it's not given time on that, I'm feeling like it might be 1 to 3 months. This is a Angels of Abundance card. It's moonlighting. It's basically saying you can work on your dream career part-time while working your other job to pay your bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. It's basically your side hustle, whatever you can do as well as working on your normal job. So if you're working in your normal job, be looking to do something else on the side, even if it's something small. It can start off as something small. Just make sure it's something you enjoy doing. That's the most important thing about it, really, to just make sure it's something you really enjoy. All that glitters. And sometimes with this, be a little bit careful of going to like MLMs and things like that. I'm not knocking them, but sometimes you can get something that's not really going to be suitable for you. It might look like it's really good, but make sure that you can actually make some money on it if you're going to do a business, as long as you're not putting something away, putting your own money into it and not getting anything back. That's what I'm trying to say. So it might look like a really good prospect, but in the end it might not be. So just make sure that you've looked into it properly before you actually do anything else there. I'm just going to have a look at these. There's new opportunities. Yeah, new opportunities coming up. Just make sure with the All That Glitters card that you do really look into that. Okay. And we have Beauty. This card is telling you to look after yourself. Yeah, this card is telling you have some time for yourself, self-care, just face masks, bubble baths, all those things, exercise, healthy food. Just make sure you're looking after yourself, and you're going to feel a lot better and in a better position to do all of this. Okay, I'm going to end that one there. It's a short one, I know, but I'm just starting on it, so I'll learn to talk a bit longer as time goes on. All right then, thanks. Okay, this is group 2. That's group 2. We have Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is like new creative ideas, thoughts. Sometimes it can lead you into slight arguments with people. If you come bringing up something new, maybe you're shaking things up a bit and they don't like it, but it is essential to actually move forward. You really do need it to move forward. You need to be doing things like that, because that's the way you go forward in the world, and you just stay stuck in your comfort zone otherwise, and you need to push out of your comfort zone, and you're ready to. Okay, Hierophant, this might be that you're going through a spiritual awakening at the moment. It could well be that, and if you are, you're actually not doing this randomly. I think you're actually looking at things deliberately, like reading certain books you recommended and things like that. I don't think it's more a structural sort of religion or spirituality, this, not like the High Priestess, which is more intuitive. This is more, you're going to look at things and you're going to work out yourself practically what you think actually suits you and what doesn't. This could actually tie in with this, because obviously you're having new thoughts, new things, something that you wouldn't have thought before. Sometimes your family and friends don't actually realise that, they can't accept that you've probably changed in many ways, and it's difficult for them to actually understand that and actually work with that. Knight of Pentacles. This isn't something that's happening fast. This is a slow-moving knight, although the knights all move fast, but this one's moving a little bit slower. So this is something you've been taking your time with. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be quite a long period of time where all this is happening. Have a look at some more tarot cards and see what they say. Nine of Raphael. This one's the wish card. This is the one where you get all your wishes come true sort of thing. If you look at it very on the surface. It says, make a wish, dreams can become reality, a joyful time of life. It's actually near the end of the cycle of cups. It's near the end of the cycle of cups, which are emotions. So you're coming to the end of a cycle. You're not at the end of it yet because the 10's the end. But you're coming towards the end of a cycle. So things are starting to fall into place for you in many ways. I think I would tie this in with the spiritual awakening, actually. I feel like it's probably something like that. At one time, you might have been through the dark night of the soul. You might have been through difficult times where you're really struggling. But this is sort of now trying to make some more sense for you. This is feeling a bit more, hey, this is a bit more fun than it was. It's feeling a little bit easier for you. The 6th of Michael. Right at the end, you can make it up, could you? It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe in a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So this is a bit of peace after everything you've been through. This is a time of slight rest compared to what you've had. It's a time of where things go more joyfully, more peaceful, just more basically get along easier. So after you've been through all this with this card, the struggle, you're basically getting a lot more of a rest from it and you're starting to understand it better. But it's a time when you're just stopping. Sometimes, actually, in the middle of all that, sometimes you can maybe feel you don't understand everything at the time. And sometimes you can just feel that nothing's really happening for you. Nothing's going, this is a pause, this is a break, this is okay. You'll go on to do better things and feel better about things a bit later on. This is something you need at the moment. I think you've been through a bit of a difficult time, even though these cards don't really look like you've had a hard time. I think you probably have had a little bit of a difficult time. As I say, maybe Dark Night of the Soul or something like that. Have a look. If you don't understand what that is, please have a look. There's plenty on YouTube about it. This is a romance card. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. I'm also going to tie this in with it because I actually think that, look, all your old thought patterns are going. You're creating room for new opportunities and possibilities. It's actually feeling a lot lighter, a lot better. And you've had to go through some difficult times to get here. But this is what's happening now. You're starting to be able to change the thought patterns and get along a bit easier in life. We have in the near future. So in the near future, this is going to be feeling better. This is going to be feeling much, much better than it has. Recovery. Yep, it's all very similar things. It's all very pointing to the same thing. The readings are actually for a general sort of thing. It's just whatever comes up. But this has come up and it's really strong in this. It's recovering from the Dark Night of the Soul, recovering from a really tough time in your life. And you're also, now we've got something a little bit different, we're also ready for an employment change. This could actually mean not just employment change, it can mean a raise or promotion. It can mean also just employment change, like just the things that you do change, your job description changes slightly. So it's not necessarily leaving where you are, but it's certainly doing things a bit differently. Right, your career path is leading you to a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way, okay? And co-create. Yeah, this is about law of attraction, creating new things in your world. And you're learning how to do this. You're learning how to make your world how you want it on your own terms. Right, we have... Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not good with this. Just give me a minute while I fix it. Okay, right. Right, we have look inside yourself. This is what you've been doing. You have been looking inside. I'd suggest meditation to get in touch with your higher self sort of thing and in the universe. I think you really could do with being like doing the meditation, because maybe you're not quite as in touch as you want to be at the moment, but this will definitely help you. At least look inside and see the sort of things that you need to look at, like basically just be still in the present moment, mindfulness and that sort of thing. Okay, and then we've got stand your ground. Yeah, in sometimes, as I say at the beginning, I said about family and friends not quite understanding how things go, how things are going with you and why they're changing and things like that. Stand your ground, be yourself, do it in a loving way, but just be yourself and don't let anyone change you. Just be who you are, be authentic, and don't worry. All right, thanks. I think that's everything for you. Okay, I'll wrap that up there. Another third group. Red Jasper. Okay, so we've got 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Okay, 8 of Swords. Let's have a look. 10 of Cups. This is a happy family life and things going fairly smoothly. I think during the pandemic, I think you've actually come out quite well. You've been in maybe a business that's been making money still, or you've been just about helped with some by other people. You've been comfortable enough. You felt okay. And this is what I'm getting. If, of course, you haven't, please remember it's a general reading and it's not going to suit everybody. Okay, because there's far too many of you for it to be for everyone. My personal readings are more personal, so if you want them, I'll leave a link in the description for that. Right, this is basically just everything seems to be going pretty okay for you. It has been in the recent past. Recently, I would say you've either started a new relationship, or maybe some of you will have started a new relationship and that seems to be going quite well, or you might have started a new business partnership. If this hasn't happened just yet, it might be about to be. This is looking, pretty good. That's a nice positive card as well. Both of these are. Now this one, we do have a slight hiccup here. This is the 8 of Cups. She's bound up here and she's got the swords around her. But if you look closely, she's not bound that tight. She could wriggle out of this. She's not enclosed by these swords. She's got a gap here at the back and at the front here. She can get away. She doesn't have to be there. So it's mainly in her mind rather than anything else. It's not really real. So these are your thoughts. Thoughts are thoughts anyway. It's what you're thinking. It's not actually a physical reality. So this is your thoughts, what you're thinking, and it's not as good as all the rest looking. So I'll look into it a bit more with these. I don't know exactly what's coming up with that. I don't know exactly understand that yet, so it will become clear with the other cards. Right, 7 of Raphael. This is the 7 of Cups. Time to make a decision, be clear on what you want and take action. I need to for detoxification. Yeah, I think maybe you've got some decision to make and you feel really stuck and you don't feel able to do it and move forward. And you know that you need to make the decision to move forward. Also, it could be that with lockdown and everything, maybe you've been eating too much, maybe you've been drinking a bit too much, or even drugs or something like that. There's something, basically, some sort of habit that you need to let go of. It could even be being too dependent on someone else. It could be anything like that. It covers quite a few things. So basically, this is what you need to move out of, and you can. You're going to be fine. You're going to move out of that. Let's have a look. 7 of Michael. There's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Right, 7 of Michael. I would say that this is a 7 of Swords, and of course that's the 8th, the one after it. although it's in reverse, it's actually looking like, for me, this is like the next step from that, although it's going back. And maybe going back is actually the thing to do, take a step back instead of forward. I would say that this one, it looks like if you can't do this on your own, whatever you need to do or change, if you can't do it on your own, don't be ashamed to get help from somebody else. Everyone needs some help from someone else at some time. Do this if you need to. Just be honest with yourself and what you actually need, but do whatever it takes to make yourself feel better. Right, for romance and relationships, we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yeah, maybe you've had a loss of some sort. I think it could have had some sort of personal loss. It could have been you've lost a person, a business, finances, something like that. I feel like there's some sort of loss, and you're having to realise that the world goes on without either this person or this situation, and you're having to adapt to it, and it's not easy. It takes time. Of course you can't change it, and of course you know that, you're not stupid, you realise that. But whatever it is, things are going to be okay again in the future. It's just that this is an adjustment, and which you have to make, even if you don't feel ready to, and you will eventually. We've got success, so you're going to have success in this. You will be okay with this. And this situation, you're going to be able to get out of it, definitely. It might not be a massive thing, but whatever it is, you do feel it feels bigger for you than it actually is even. But you definitely need to move forward, and you will be successful in that. This is career finances, and I've got unlimited ideas. This is an exciting one, really, because it means that you've got the ideas from the universe and all sorts of downloads. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Yeah, you just meditate, listen to what's coming up. You're going to get ideas just out of the blue, just randomly, and you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to maybe start a new business, maybe just start something new altogether, but you're going to feel better with this. It's going to help you. Right, we have building blocks. Yeah, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be a bit slow, but it's going to happen. You just need to lay the foundations for something new. These building blocks are the foundations for your new life and for new things. You're just starting to build those up now. I've just got 2 fairy cards. Let's have a look. We've got financial flow. Finances have been a bit tough, and they're going to ease up, and they're going to start flowing a bit more easily for you. Maybe with the ideas you've just had, you might be starting something new. And I think here we have this one, don't we? The business. That might be a new business as well. Okay. And feeling safe. Yeah. I think the feeling safe is around security, around money. That security feels really around money and finances for me. And this is obviously going to make you feel better. It's going to free things up financially and make you feel quite a bit better. Okay, right, so I'll be doing another reading again soon. And thanks everyone. Like and subscribe if you like what you hear. And I'll be improving as time goes on, because obviously I'm not talking for very long yet. And I've not put a lot of cards on yet. I could go on for longer, but I'm a bit time limited at the moment myself, so I'm going to just start off with this one, see how we go, okay? Right, thanks. Like and subscribe, as I say, if you want to. Thank you.